Okay, so I wanted to make kind of like a relaxed, sort of chill Valorant stream. I don't know how to play Valorant all that well yet. Oops. Whoa, that was pretty sad. Uh, but I do like this game. It's fun. It's very entertaining. A lot like Counter-Strike, of course, which started playing a couple weeks ago because I hadn't had I finally beat Sulaco, which was a game that I really liked. And when I say I beat it, I mean completely. Like I beat the hardest available difficulty for it, which was very difficult. It was so difficult that they said it was essentially a joke difficulty. And that made sense to me when I played it. Like I thought I couldn't beat it. I was pretty sure there was no way I was gonna beat it. So basically, I had kind of a relaxed experience with that because I just would go through every room and I thought, I don't expect myself to actually succeed at the individual rooms. I thought I might never beat most of them, and I certainly didn't think I was going to beat the game. Uh, but I was very proud of myself when I did, and I didn't get an achievement for it, which I have to say that's a trend that is very fascinating to me. That like the games where they have the hardest challenges, they often don't give you an achievement for that. And I think it's because they don't want most people to be thinking like, oh, I'll never get all the achievements in my favorite game. And I understand, like that would be a bummer, but it's kind of crazy when you put, like
Enemy down.
20 or 30 hours into beating some super hard thing. And I played Sulaco for a total of like 80 hours, I think. But and it took me, I think, 12 hours of not being dead, at least, to play the last part. But it's crazy when you put that much time in and you don't get like a little thing that says, "Hey, I beat this thing and come look at my skills, people." Like I thought that was kind of the whole point of wow, that was very sad. Anyway, I thought that was the whole point of achievements was uh, to be like, "Hey, look at this cool thing I did." Um, but anyway, that was not to be. And uh, what am I talking about? Why am I talking about this? Oh yeah, so I after I beat that, I
10
was like,
kills remaining.
I mentioned it on my channel, and some people told me to try this and Counter-Strike. Um, and so I have been playing. I've been playing Valorant, which is fun. And I still don't know all the movement stuff yet. I have people occasionally tell me in the chat that I need to work on movement. Or the other day, it was funny. Someone said, he's like talking about me, and he's like, "This someone needs to study this guy," like saying that the way I play is really weird or something. It was very funny to me. Because I think like I'll just like stand still. I'll stand dead still sometimes and not move at all or do anything that people usually expect. And but I was still like playing well or something.
5 kills remaining.
Anyway, um, I trained in the Sulaco mines, so my
No more.
sense of like how to play this stuff is not the same as other people's. Maybe I shouldn't mess with people popping in and out of boxes like that. But fortunately, I'm in a room filled with, I believe, what are mere mortals, and that some of like
1
the
kill remaining.
insane higher level players that I've encountered in this game before. But it looks like the match is almost over anyway. I think I'll probably play one more, and in the meantime, you can enjoy this nice loading screen. Uh, but yeah, I I think this is a cool game. I like the game mechanics. I'm not super sold on how the whole stopping and then shooting thing works because I don't mind stopping, but there's a delay after you stop. You have to wait like 0.8 seconds before you can shoot or something. And so I'm always like launching bullets off into nowhere. And I know it's just like part of learning the game and how it's supposed to play, but I sort of just want to like chill out and not really think about it. And my lack of thinking about it causes me
Match
to die a
found.
lot. Although I am getting better, I have gotten better. It doesn't seem as impossible to me as it did like a week ago. Uh, so that's very good. And so this stream again is just like, not a stream. I don't know. I want to call it a stream because it feels like a
Deathmatch.
stream, but it's not
Warm up.
happening live. But it is photographs streaming together. That was that was that was so shameful.
I hate to
Um,
say it, but
and
probably best to play as a
anyway,
team. So,
Fight.
what's the
the whole
plan?
point of
Keep
this
up. Stay down.
is that I just want to create something kind of laid back in case
Party's
there's
over.
somebody who enjoys watching some Valorant content. It's like, I'm not the best player in the world, but I'm not like terrible or anything. Uh, and so yeah, I'm definitely a mere mortal, as I was saying at these games. At least I think so. Maybe I'll get better. Maybe I'll master Valorant somehow. Or I'll just die from falling on the ground. Uh, I knew where that guy was. This game makes you train like a totally different part of your brain than something like Call of Duty does, because in Valorant, uh, what you have to do. Oh, great. My alarm went off. But in Valorant, what you have to do is like you have to have a really good sense of where people are, even when you can't see them, which is very unusual. Uh, but it does. I mean, it does. I think it's probably training me to play other games better. Oh, I hate stuff like that. I really wish I could play this mode without any footstep sounds on for people, because like I don't pay attention to the footstep sounds. I never hear anybody coming. I don't want to have to wear headphones to play this. I just want to like sit here and not think about it. Uh, but they always hear me coming, and then I'll walk up and it's just like instant headshot. Um, I'm gonna try and
Dominating.
focus a little bit. I know this isn't like the most exciting aspect of Valorant, the death match, but I find it to be very fun. It's very engaging. It's kind of low stakes. Like the normal game, I always make these dumbass mistakes and just get killed, and then your whole team is like, "Oh, I can't believe you did something stupid and lost the game for everybody." And you got some like 12-year-old screaming in your ear, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm just like, I don't know. I'll stick to deathmatch until I feel like I've gotten really, really good with the shooting mechanics. Um, and I'm certainly getting better. Like, I'm not bothering to learn anything like dead zoning or whatever, or even necessarily
Healer
paying
down.
sufficient attention to the reset time on guns. That's what I get for trying to kill someone who wasn't even there. Uh, I'm not necessarily paying like enough attention to that sort of
Party's
thing,
over.
but I think I'm developing some like decent kind of core skills. Man, people are so wily. They just like, what is going on here? Anyway, people just like slide out of view. They hide behind walls and stuff like that all of a sudden. But this game definitely trains you to play a little differently than some of the other ones do. Oh, good, I got that guy. It was really irritating to me the way he kept disappearing last time. I was like, come out and fight me. Fight me. Uh, but Damn. Whoa. That was so gnarly. Those bullets were all over the place. I really haven't figured out quite like how to be effective with
10 kills
spraying it,
remaining.
because I know it's not really effective. You mostly just want to not spray and go for headshots. And walk up on campers from the back all the time. Just get shot in the face. And then get distracted because you were like complaining about campers and forgot to kill the people in front of you. I'm going like into super focus mode here. Somebody's coming to my left, I'm sure. Yeah. I thought I heard some little footsteps. Plus you get a sense of the timing too. You like get a sense of when there's gonna be somebody behind you. He did not have that sense. Not at that moment anyway. And
Night night.
but mostly this game is like about going for headshots
Enemy
without
killed.
jumping the gun and firing before you can get the headshot. And it's also about being engaged in like a really heated fight
5
with
kills
somebody.
remaining.
Man, just you come around the corner, they're just already waiting there. It's so uncool, but I mean, I know it's the game, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play the game and then complain about the game. Which does remind me of like the IGN reviews, which are really funny, where people complain about them a lot because they'll play a game and then they just like fundamentally misunderstand some part of that game and what makes it what makes it appeal to people.
1 kill
And they're just like, I don't like this thing that's really like fundamentally just a part of this game experience. And then they get upset about it. Like there was a roguelite recently, Chronos, I think it was called, and it's that the PlayStation game, and maybe it's not called something else, but it's like a big roguelite, and they were like, I can't believe you have to fight through the whole stage to get to the boss. And the comments were like, that's literally the game. Like that's what the game is. That's how a roguelite works. And I'm the kind of person where I would maybe want to side with IGN a little bit, where I'd be like, oh, well, it's like, yeah, maybe there's a better way to make this game. And but I've been playing Hades, and it's like, no, that's just the game. Like that's how those games work. Is you have to fight up to the boss, and then you fight the boss, you get your ass kicked, and you try again. That's the game. Like that's how it works. If you play it expecting it to not be that, it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, that was a huge rant. I don't know why I'm talking about that, but I hope somebody enjoys this. I'll see you later. Bye.